Hi, I'm Miles Pratt of the Values Partnership, and this video series is how to deal with bad news well, whether it's with your boss, your colleagues, or your clients. And this video number 4 is how, as a boss, can we make a difference when someone who works for us or someone who's responsible to us comes to us with bad news. You know, I had some shocking bosses, when I worked in investment banking. I'd miss a deal or I'd lose some money in a trade and I'd just get this huge bollocking. And it just made no difference. It just made me feel bad, right? And then later on, when I was working in another industry, the CEO of this global firm, he'd get us all together to talk about revenue and sales every month. And the people who'd missed their targets would have to go into excruciating detail to explain why. And it took forever and no one learned anything. It just made no difference. So how do we make a difference as bosses when someone comes to us with bad news? And I learned something from a really wonderful leader who I worked for. And he did three things really, really well. And the first thing was he never made it about himself. I'd come to him with bad news, which would impact him and the results he'd have to report to his board. But he never talked about that. It was always just about me. The second thing was, he always used to say, Miles, there's nothing wrong. That number is 2 months old. It's ancient history, okay? Let's look at today. And that just took the sting out of it for me. And so the third thing is, he'd shift from there's nothing wrong to, Miles, what's missing? And when someone asks you what's missing, it opens up a whole realm of possibility beyond blame and fault. And you can really get to the core of what was missing in me delivering on that target, And it's like, I can get creative, you get forward looking. And then he'd ask me, like, what are you learning? And what are you going to do about this? And I felt so believed in, I felt so empowered to solve the problem and to come up with the ideas myself to resolve the issue, and the conversations with him turned me into a more responsible and resourceful leader. And I know that if other leaders did this, when their teams kind of failed and delivered bad news, if they just went through that simple process of of not making it about them, there's nothing wrong, and what's missing, their teams would be in action so much faster and solve their problems with so much more creativity. So I hope this series has been helpful, and I hope you look forward to my next series, which is all about the power of listening. When leaders listen, our worlds change. So look forward to seeing you then. Bye.